Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set up. 18 Gator. Danny. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 57. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go. Shoot. Ready.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
57. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Redskins 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Lock going to try and throw on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now you got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 29, Luck able to get this to Gordon.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Why can't I change?
On 2nd and 9. Luck. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
54. Mike 54. Cut.
3rd and long. It's Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Go! 60 outlaw. 49, check 5.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go now. 60 or.
56. Oh, yeah.
On 1st down, Lock. And now he'll tuck it and run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Lock now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Love. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Luck. That one caught by Gibson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Right, 40! 11. Hey, orbit! Check right 54, right 53.
Out of the gun, Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The line to gain is a 33 on 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Hey, Wahoo, go.
56. Mike's 56.
Now Locke again. Cooper's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
56, right there, 56. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
General West.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And the weapons are...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
56, Delta, 56, check 56.
Love slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
56, Mike, 56. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Redskins.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. We got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
A shotgun snap for Love. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Blue day.
Again, Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Watch the flag.
The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, I 7.
56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Lott. This to Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's locked. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. 12, 12, 12. Check right, 11B, 54.
On second and 10, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
54. Coming. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Throwing on third down, Locke. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go on 4th. Locke. And he finds McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's brought down. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard taking it in. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Locke on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Clock throwing again. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Look out! 40! 12. 57, run! Watch twist! Hey, exit!
From the gun, here's Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12. 57's the mic. Rock 57. I got you. Monday.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Steve 6. 57 the mic. Here it comes. 11B.
They snap it to Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Lock now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And he fires one incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point attempt to come here. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Love. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 12. 56. Mike's 56. They can't.
3rd and long, it's Locke. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
56.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
To throw it is Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And Luck is going to run out of time and out of luck as well. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Dallas, it'll be a 13th win on the year. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.